In this video lecture, I will be talking on natural and artificial vaccination. In natural vaccination, the individual does not seek service to get the vaccine and get it naturally. It is subdivided into natural passive vaccination and natural active vaccination. In artificial vaccination, usually individual seeks service and get it at hospital or health centers, and it is subdivided into artificial passive vaccination, for example getting ready-made antibodies, or artificial active vaccination. I will just start by giving a short account on the natural vaccination. As I mentioned, that natural vaccination, it could be natural passive or natural active. In natural passive vaccination, and this could take place during pregnancy, antibodies pass from mother to fetus. So the fetus will get antibodies, usually IgG antibodies that have the capacity to cross placenta. So the fetus gets these antibodies in a passive way. And also IgA antibodies in the colostrum or in the milk, also they pass to the fetus or to the infant actually during breastfeeding, and this give protection to the infant during the first 6 months of life. So these antibodies will protect the fetus in the uterus and will remain in his body for 6 months following delivery, protecting him during this period. Natural active vaccination, and this actually it starts naturally. For example, if someone gets bitten by mosquito, so the mosquito will inoculate sporozoites in his body, then the body will see the sporozoite and upregulate an immune responses against these sporozoites, as can be seen here. So the immune system will either produce cellular or humoral immune responses against these sporozoites. So now I'm going to talk about artificial vaccination. And as I mentioned before, that artificial vaccination, in artificial vaccination, individual does not seek actually. In fact, individuals seek service at the hospital and health centers. So it is subdivided into artificial passive vaccination and artificial active vaccination. Artificial or in artificial passive vaccination, usually individual or an individual, they get injection by ready-made antibodies. So these antibodies are not formed inside the body. For example, vaccines that protect against hepatitis A, or in case of tetanus, the patient given anti-serum containing antibodies against the toxins, antitetanus immunoglobulins. In artificial active vaccination, usually the individual is injected by one of these. For example, live attenuated vaccine. The example of the live attenuated vaccine are Bacillus calmette-guerin, MMR for measles, mumps, or vaccination for measles, mumps, and rubella, varicella vaccine, oral polio vaccine, and yellow fever vaccine. Or injected by killed vaccine, for example, inactivated poliovirus vaccine, or whole cell pertussis whooping cough vaccine, rabies vaccine, and the hepatitis A virus vaccine. However, one of the disadvantages of killed vaccine is that an individual will upregulate or mount only humoral immune responses to these vaccines. But in case of live attenuated vaccines, individual mounts or upregulates both cellular and humoral immune responses. And also, one of the examples of active vaccination or artificial active vaccination is recombinant DNA vaccines, and these are DNA technology. And the example of these vaccines are shingles vaccine, hepatitis B vaccine, as cellular pertussis vaccine. And also other example of artificial active vaccine is toxoid vaccine, for example, tetanus vaccine and diphtheria vaccine. Recently, we have viral vector vaccine, and the example for this viral vector vaccine is Johnson and Johnson and AstraZeneca. So these are delivered through a vector, for example, adenovirus. Or an individual may get messenger RNA, and this messenger RNA will be read by the ribosomes and will produce the protein of interest. So the example of these messenger RNA vaccines are Pfizer and Moderna vaccine. Thank you very much, Professor Ahmed Bola.